Hello, a very good afternoon. Welcome to Prime News on Thursday, the 24th of December. I'm Iftiar Abdul Qadir. First, a look at the headlines.
The President stresses that no one will be permitted to destroy democracy. Prime Minister says that the Cabinet has taken serious note of threats faced by war heroes. Christmas is to be celebrated on a grand scale in a free country. And on news overseas, the United Nations imposes sanctions on Eritrea for supporting insurgents in Somalia.
We start off with the local news. The President has said that the UPFA will be responsible for his party, although there is no organization which is responsible for the UNP. The President said that he is bound to protect the country and democracy. The progress of the country should not be reversed. People should be united in safeguarding the country. If that will happen, he will be responsible for the people of this country as well as the younger generation. The President made this statement while addressing more than 3,000 UNP activists who crossed over to the SLFP at the President's house in Kandy. He said that no one will be permitted to destroy democracy in the country. All patriotic people are rallying round the UPFA government. The President stressed that he is not prepared to betray the country, people or the party, despite the irresponsible candidates who make statements that betray the country. The Cabinet has taken serious note of the international threats faced by the war heroes following the statement made by the former army commander against the security forces. Prime Minister Ratnasiri Wickramanayake said that this malicious statement has caused irreparable damage to the country.
The Cabinet of Ministers at their meeting on 23rd December 2009 took serious note of the recent allegations made in the media by retired General Sarath Fonseka and the consequences arising therefrom. The Cabinet paid special attention to the letter of 18 December 2009 addressed by Philip Alston, United Nations Special Rapporteur on extrajudicial summary or arbitrary executions to Sri Lanka's permanent representative United Nations in Geneva, Mrs. Senviratne. The Cabinet was appalled at the total irresponsibility shown in retired General Sarath Fonseka's statement, which is reckless, malicious and entirely without foundation. The Cabinet wishes to state that hitherto no commander of the army has inflicted such irreparable harm on men of loyalty and courage who have served under him. The Cabinet took note of the grave threat to the good name of our country as well as to every member of security forces as a result of this false and malicious statement. The security forces of Sri Lanka have won praise the world over for their unparalleled achievement in vanquishing the forces of terror and restoring democracy, peace and stability to our motherland. The sense of professionalism that characterized their conduct made this victory all the more special. The Cabinet condemned unreservedly the malicious and contemptible attempt by retired General Fonseka to cast wholly unwarranted aspersions on the honor and integrity of our security forces and to assail their richly deserved reputation. The Cabinet, mindful of the valuable service rendered by the security forces, which has won the deep appreciation and respect of local and foreign nations, decided to use all means at its disposal to defend every member of our highly disciplined security forces against any potential international repercussions of this despicable act. The Cabinet will give resolute leadership in formulating and implementing a course of action to achieve this end. Thank you.
Former Deputy Mayor of the Colombo Municipal Council, Azad Saleh, has said that he will unite the Muslim population against the statement made by the candidate of the New Democratic Front with regard to minorities.
In 2008, on 23rd of September, General Sarath Fonseca, the retired general, issued a statement to the Canadian Post stating that this country belongs to the Sinhalese and the minorities can't demand and they are tourists. We waited for about 5 days for the so-called leaders of the Muslim community, whether it is from the government or whether it is from the opposition, whether somebody will protest. But up to that time, nobody said a word about it. Then I had to take the initiative and we summoned 12 political parties to my office and we condemned the statement made by General Fonseca and we issued the following memorandum. Who are the signatories? You have the main opposition UNP, General Secretary Tissa Attanayaka signing it, Mangala Samaravira signing it. You get Mano Ganeshan signing this.
He made these comments at a news briefing held yesterday. He also challenged the opposition candidate to participate in a debate with regard to the rights of the minorities. The Health Ministry has appointed a special committee for the maintenance of adequate stocks of essential drugs and surgical equipment. The Health Ministry has taken this decision following reports on the shortage of drugs. The Ministry has also taken measures to provide surgical and other equipment required in the outpatient departments. The committee was appointed on the advice of Minister Nimal Siripala de Silva. You're watching Prime News, and in other local stories, the Muslims say that they have rallied round the President in gratitude for the service rendered during the last 4 years. The President held a meeting with the heads of Islamic organizations, ulamas, Maulavis, members and presidents of executive committees at the President's house in Kandy last evening. The President informed them that arrangements are underway for the speedy resettlement of the people who were rescued from the grip of the terrorists. The President pointed out that although displaced people in other countries have to spend years in welfare camps, this situation has changed in Sri Lanka. Governor of the Central Province, Tikeri Kobbekadua, Chief Minister Sarath Ekanayaka, Minister Faizar Mustafa and a large number of people participated.